Try to
be as successful.
Successful.
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, successful. Let's see. Now we try to understand the real meaning of successful or success. If you get high score, I mean, if you get a good result, good score, good math in the examination, that we can call, somehow we can call that is successful. Right? In Bangkok University, at that time, I was, basically, I forgot on studying English and modern Chinese language. But I studied hard, and then in my high school, at the end of the year, I often, I get a reward. I got a reward, just like the top 5, only about 5 students among 120 something students can get award every year at the end of the year. I got that among top 5. But even, you say, even a quick Nguyên Thiều Buddhist school, I just study half year. Even I just a novice, not a big crew. I mean, just enter the temple for a short time and quick Buddhist intermediate, mediate school. And even I forgot mostly on language, but somehow I still got award at the end of academic year in my school. And then let's say in India, it's so complicated. I don't want to mention some complicated thing happen in academics in India. The relationship between the professor and student very much different. It affects the academic achievement. Yeah, but somehow I get, I mean, over 60% being the first class study, and even in this study, I myself, I tried my best and I got scholarship. That called University Grant Commission, UDC, for PhD. I didn't need the Buddhist people to send money to me, and I just do my PhD. I just did my PhD on my scholarship. And even when I left India, I also continue get delete scholarship after PhD, something higher. It's called delete, and I got delete scholarship before leaving India. But I want to leave India and to go to America. I quit that scholarship. So somehow I have been successful in my academic study. But how can I be successful? So you study hard, you find happiness, pleasure in your study. When you learn something new, when you widen your knowledge and you feel happy, you devote much time in your study. No, not for cooking, not for talkative, chit chat with your friend, not for relationship, anything, but your reality learning. So to be successful in school, there are so many factors decide that. The first maybe that is whether your IQ, I mean that actually, that's not only biological factor. IQ, ADN, something you inherit from your father or mother. But I think that from your private life. So good sick, so studying sick, you already invest this into your mind, and now it blossom. Yeah, IQ level. Yeah, that's the first thing. For example, mostly I have been successful in my academic life, even before the renunciation. As I told you, I'm a top student in secondary school, in high school. Yeah. First about the IQ, the second about your effort, your endeavor, your trying. You try your best to study. You devote all your time and energy on studying, nothing else. And you find happiness in studying. Happiness. Yeah. And if you practice meditation, and that good, it's good to help you to focus your mind. It means your mind not walking around, go around just like a monkey, but it focus only into study, and that make everything clear. And you try to communicate with the professor, teacher, with good purpose, with clear purpose. It means you ask questions, you communicate. Even when the teacher have some free time in the office, you try to visit them, talk with them, share with them. You try to make a good friend. The friends clever, friend good, and they study a lot. Yeah. I mean, so to sum up, if you want to be successful in school, first, you know the importance. You set a good goal, important of studying. You think that studying very important. And now your family expect so much from you. Now your master, your Guruji expect so much from you. So you have to study. That is your responsibility. You have strong will, and then you have a good background of knowledge, IQ level or something, and then you focus all your mind, your energy, your time in studying, and then you get good relationship with teacher and other students. You select among them what kind of friend you communicate for your relationship, and then meditation can help you, and some kind of timetable and good habits can help you. For example, you sleep early, about 9:30 or 10 p.m. and you get up early, about 3 a.m. or 3:30, and getting up early, that's very good for you to study. That's a quiet atmosphere. I often get up at 2 a.m. and from 2 a.m. up to 4 a.m. That's 2 hours, very important in our life. And the most important thing in the period of time, early morning from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Yeah. So we have a good habit, we have a good timetable. We start and you find pleasure in the study. So, is that clear? You want to get some more questions about academic study?
Yes, thank you so much, Mataji. Right now I see lots of the questions, so if you allow, I think I should invite all students to ask questions first, and you choose any one of them to the last question. So right now we have around 10 questions left. So I will invite one by one.
Yeah.
One and ask ask all the questions.
Yep.
And our guest speaker just choose one of them. Yes. Okay, now may I request Liên Tịnh, Liên Hoàng, Phúc Tâm, Liên Nghiêm, Thiên Quang, Trung Nghĩa, Phúc Tịnh, dụng từ Hạnh Nghiêm, Tịnh Pháp. Okay, one by one. First,
Good.
Liên Tịnh.
Good. Just like for a long time we have a big opportunity to meet other, and then we have some pleasure in meeting, and
Yes.
I happy to try my best to answer most of the questions if possible. And so you just read or just speak out the question.
Yes. First, Liên Tịnh, our sister Liên Tịnh.
What's motivation that if vegetable to be so successful as you are today?
Yeah, good. To talk about motivation, we have two kind of motivation. First, why from now I can't see my face. I don't know, but I hope you can see my face. I hope it doesn't cut my head or it doesn't cut my mouth or something. Alright. Anyway, we have two kind of motivation. That is internal motivation and external motivation. So, what do we mean by internal and external motivation? External motivation is from outside force, if from your mother, from your teacher, from your family, from your friend, from your relatives. For example, you think that my mother want me to study good, my mother very have to do so many things in order for me to have free time to study. I can play around. I can just like go to school for fun. I have to study so hard to get a good result, have a good achievement in return for my teacher effort. For example, something like that. My family. Even when we study overseas, and the Buddhist people, they send money to us, and it is so costly. For example, and we try we try to do some good thing and get some good result. That is a way when we report academic result, and they can be happy and they say, something like that. That's the external motivation. And the second thing is the internal motivation. What internal? Inside ourselves. So, now we study. Whatever we do, we try to do our best, and we try as much as possible to get the best profit, best benefit, best result. Now, the time for studying. Now we are a student. So the priority just for studying mostly. And we know that studying important for the second step, reflecting, the third step is practicing, and the final step is realizing the truth. That help for the right view. I mean, we can see the importance of studying. We can see the importance of your responsibility. You're mindful of that. You think of that, and you yourself. For example, the weather is very cold. 4 a.m. Not easy for you to wake up or to go outside your bed. But if you have strong will, no. You see, fighting with ourselves that are long, and Wow, that's a serious struggle, battle. You have to win yourself. Not easy to win, and you have to overcome all the bad habits, lazy, so distracting, so many things. So when you have strong will and you can win over, you control over yourself, your habit. And the third thing, maybe the good background. I mean, if you were a good student in secondary and high school, if you were a good student in Buddhist secondary school, how can you become a bad student? No, that you don't allow yourself to do that. So, to sum up, first about eternal motivation. We can make some people down, we can make them disappointed. That we try our best to make them satisfied, to believe them. And the second, about eternal motivation. When you see the importance of studying, and when you have a strong will, and when you focus your mind to studying, and you know that makes you become a good person. That makes you to get closer to your religious goal. And for all of that, and you can allow you to become worse and worse, become better and better. I mean, when you were young, and we are good at a certain level, and now we grow up and we even better. We can go down like that. So all things just like that. And that is motivation. Internal and external motivation can help you to study. And motivation is very important. That maybe that make a huge contribution to success. Yeah. I hope you get that. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Bante. Make a standing up, please. Good afternoon, most venerable. When you come to the US, are there any cultural difference between the US and Vietnam that take a long time to accept?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, of course. There are many cultural differences between USA and Vietnam. So many. And we have to learn, we have to know, we have to accept, and we have to adapt ourselves to a new environment, new circumstances. For example, let's say American people they are very much free. When I study in the school, you see something different. For example, now I talk about school. For dressing, for clothes, they are very much free. They don't have to wear some serious, some kind of serious clothes to go to school. No, I mean at bachelor level, up higher, they can wear any kind short, anything they feel convenient. I find surprised. Wow, in Vietnam, the students they go to school they wear properly, wear sơ mi, whatever they like to go to school. That's the first thing. Oh, I look around and surprised. Wow. That kind of that can they wear to go to school like that, and they sit around and they cut foot up like that. Oh. But for them it's okay. They feel convenient. And the second thing is that from bachelor degree up, and they sit around, for example, 20 to 40 students in the circle. And in the class, we have to discuss a lot discussion. Now, just not sleeping in the class, and then only 2 or 3 weeks before the examination, we review the lesson and we go to do the examination. That's all. Now, in America, do a lot of assignment almost every week, and then discussion in the class, and the instructor, the teacher, can know nearly exactly what kind of level, what kind of knowledge you are. And we have to read a lot of books, for example, like that. But one thing, I know why trên Metta Thích nhắc hạnh say embracing Thiều, embracing chant. I mean, you heard some people, you heard and